going on, dudes? How you guys doing? I am TheeRealDuke, and welcome to the 3 Block Challenge judging. We are, what is this, 3BC4? Looks like 3BC4 in Season 5 here on the InfiniteHeights Minecraft Server. Before we go too much further, a reminder, we're at play.ih-mc.com. Join us now. Cast your vote for your favorite build in the 3 Block Challenge. Do/PCV space vote. And then the plot number to do it. They win a prize. Anyway, don't forget, also just join us and maybe enter a build challenge yourself and, you know, test your skills. Anyway, so, like I said, I'm TheeRealDuke. I have a special guest judge with me. His name is Slicks77. Hello, Slicks.
Hey, guys.
Hey, guys. I need a silly, like, I don't know, intro thing that I do. I used to do that. It's coming up right now, but I don't do that anymore. Anyway, if you don't know what the 3 Block Challenge is or how the 3 Block Challenge works, I will explain it to you. You have a 13 by 13 by 13 block space with which you can build anything you can imagine with the 3 blocks that I have selected for the specific challenge. Additionally, you can use up to 5 torches and up to 3 signs that can say whatever you want on them to tell a story or title your piece or whatever other thing. We reward the most creative, unexpected builds and the people that take the biggest risks in building. So, you know, apparently Slicks is now a mushroom cow. Anyway, I think that's it. Those are all the rules, right?
Sounds good.
Moo sounds good. So if I milk you right now, you'll make some mushroom stew?
Yes, I will.
Look at those little pink udders. Anyway.
Be gentle.
Right. Oh, gross. Okay, so what's up to the dudes? Checking us out on the live stream. Thank you so much for joining us. I hope you guys are ready to have some fun. We're going to try and have fun too. If you're checking this out after on the YouTubes, thanks for checking out my channel. I appreciate it. But you should have been there at the live stream. It's fun. Okay, so without further ado, you ready to get on this, Slick?
I am.
All right, plot number 1. What did you... are there signs, first of all?
I don't see signs. Let me get in the... Whenever I decide to get in this thing's mouth...
Come on.
Nope.
No, nothing in here. We're just hanging out inside its mouth. Whatever. Apparently there's room for many people in it. So, do you know what I thought this was? It's the first time I saw it. Do you know what this looked like to me?
Reptar?
No. But that's good. It does also resemble Reptar. It looked like Slimer from Ghostbusters to me.
Oh, Slimer.
Slimer, right? Like, I pictured this, or like, remember, do you ever get the Ecto Cooler high C juice boxes? Remember those?
No.
Ecto Cooler? No? It was disgusting. It was electric green. It was just packed with artificial everything. I don't think it even had water in it. I don't know what it was. It's pretty bad. Anyway, it's kind of like Mountain Dew. So I'm not a fan of Mountain Dew. Do you drink Mountain Dew?
Absolutely not.
I'm sure you drink copious amounts of the Dew. I'm sure you do the Dew.
I actually don't drink too much soda.
Really? Just mostly coffee and box wine?
Sometimes, no box wine today. Today I'm drinking water.
Sometimes tea also. Teetotaler. Alright. I think... honestly, the teeth look gross because they're all dark, you know? Like, dark, gross teeth. I'm getting a cool, like, reptile type vibe. You said Reptar. I'm thinking like some kind of lizard man. Awesome. Very expressive face. Good use of the torch in there to just cast just a little bit of light. Just that faint glow in there. Good mix of blocks. Kind of gross reptile-y tongue. What do you think?
I like how the head's not like a perfect circle and it's not square at all. It's nice, nice oval shape.
Yep.
Give it its own weird creatures to have a normal person. It looks like it's hanging out with his friends, just making funny faces.
I knew you were gonna make that sound. Awesome. Donut Nut 1. Is this Donut Nut 1's first build challenge? I think so.
He doesn't sound familiar to me.
New dude, Donut Nut 1. Welcome to the server officially. And thanks for joining. This is an awesome build. Very well done. Very nice. Do more build challenges. Do more build challenges. Space bar egg. Squidward tentacles. Yeah. Yeah.
Did you know the Squidward is actually an octopus?
I did know that.
Okay. Well, Pickle had to explain it to me the other day. And he said because octopuses are much more grumpier than squids.
Confirmed. He is a marine biologist. I don't know if you knew that or not.
I did not.
How familiar are you with the SpongeBob universe?
Oh, Squidward, every time he goes, his nose, like, fluctuates.
Every time he does what?
Huh.
Nice. Nice. I dig this. It is a very cool bust of Squidward. It looks very Squidwardy. I think it's cool that that you picked up on the fact that that's about the same teal pallor that Squidward's flesh has, which is cool. Very nice.
Normally, I would have liked to see more of the third block, but I think that the stone fences would have just took more away from the build if he put it besides just the eyes.
I think it might have also, but I think if we're just gonna kind of not really focus on balancing out the number of blocks, maybe we could have used them to use the blocks we have to add just a little bit more detail. Or, you know, like there could have been, what instrument does he play? A saxophone or something? Clarinet?
Clarinet, yes.
Clarinet, okay. Maybe a clarinet laying nearby could have been made out of the cobble wall. You know what I'm saying? Something like that.
Yeah.
There's also like one block of room up here that we could have crammed them in. So crammed in a couple more blocks, a little bit more detail. But I am really liking this. Definitely looks like Squidward. The first time I came in, I came like around this corner and I was like, Squidward, Slimer, I made those noises. It was funny. Very well done. Well done, spacebar egg. Squidward tentacles. Plot number 3, Coco. Mr. Book came in to a cave, but little did he know that danger was near him, with the stone crystals trying to kill him, and a fearsome snake named Poison tries to kill Mr. Book and stuff. Well, that is a round sentence.
I thought that was its tail. I never noticed it wasn't connected.
Oh yeah, okay. So what kind of, in your estimation, digging deep into your fantastical tomes of knowledge, Slicks, what type of thing is Mr. Book?
Oh man, I guess it'd be like a type of frog.
It looks frog-like, right?
Yeah.
God, I hope it's not supposed to be like an adorable cat or something. It's got this mohawk thing, which makes me feel like it's like some kind of crested amphibian or reptile.
I think because it looks like it might be trying to squat down its haunches a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, the back leg, the arc of the shape of the back, and the little, looks like just a little frog butt kind of a thing, little frog legs, and then the shorter front legs relative to the back legs. It's that, or it's an earless bunny, a green earless. Maybe Mr. Book is a zombie bunny with no ears. It's possible. Coco's crazy, but this snake is awesome though. I like this snake.
Oh yeah.
Dig the cool. Oh, go ahead, Slick.
It looks like it's completely adapted to its environment by adding the crystals to its body.
Yep. I was just gonna say it's got this really cool design running down the back that kind of touches on the crystals in the cave, and also, I maybe would have liked to see just a little bit more definition in the ceiling or on the ground with more cobble wall, just to kind of emphasize a little bit more that this was a cave. Or maybe if it's a cave and he's wandering in like a deep dark cave, like maybe make it dark and just have like a couple torches kind of scattered around instead of having on like most of the lights.
I think I would have just liked to see the lights from above, like some type of. I know there's a type of. I think it's a worm that uses its own spit as luminescence to catch flying insects.
That sounds disgusting.
Oh yeah, planet Earth.
But this is cool, Coco. Very cool. Cool story. Cool story. Good sense of the environment that they're in, and it's good to see Mr. Book. Please let us know what Mr. Book actually is in real life. Thank you. Flight number 4, Mikey. In a bed of coral below the ocean's waves nests a lone clam, often hidden away from prying eyes as the clam opens its shell, giving a moment's glance at its treasure dwelling inside. Woo! A brown wood pearl.
I love eating clams.
Same. Do you like the big ones that they would normally chop up into like clam chowder, or are you talking like little necks and you dip them in butter or something?
Oh, actually, I don't dip clams in butter at all.
What? How do you eat
or
clams?
mussels. I just peel them out and eat them.
Wow, you're a savage. You are a brute, Slick. You are a true brute.
I hope you eat a poop. Thank you, Squeaky One. Being a plumber, I have unfortunately had that experience.
I'm a
But
tamale.
anyhow,
Okay.
I love some thick clam chowder. It's gotta be Maryland clam chowder.
Maryland clam chowder?
Yeah.
Get out of here. There's only one clam chowder.
New England?
Yes.
Oh, that's not bad.
The rest are weak sauce soups. Oh man, I spent some time in Rhode Island, and they have this like Rhode Island clam chowder. Let me tell you, it's garbage. It's like
I didn't try that.
It's like weak chicken noodle soup with like one part of a clam, and it's terrible. It's terrible. It's like broth. It's like clear brothy. It's terrible. I don't know how you have a clear brothy soup and you call it a chowder. Anyway, too watery. Siebes agrees. Rhode Island chowder is too watery. Thank you. Same. I dig this clam though. Back to Mikey's build. This is a very clammy looking clam. This is a deceptively difficult thing to pull off. If you have not yet tried to do something like this, we have a couple cool things happening. We have a circle, which is difficult to do and make look good and natural in Minecraft, obviously, because we work with cubes. But also, it's at an angle, but on top of that, the top is also rounded and has its own shape to it. So it's like triple difficulty. Very cool, very elegant. I don't want to say simple, but it's a very elegant design. Just enough jazz, little zazz around it to let you know that we're underwater in the coral reef beds. Very nice lighting, just a little glow, a little faint glow around the pearl. I didn't think pearls came in clams, but then again, I have no idea. But it doesn't necessarily say it's a pearl, it just says it's a treasure. I don't know, what do you think, Slicks?
I think my favorite part is actually the coral all around the clam. The cobble, instead of like just the weeds blowing up, the cobble actually matches quite well with coral.
Yeah.
But why is it not touching the glass?
That's a good question. I think it's weird. It doesn't take away from it, but that's a strange decision.
Is the clam the only thing supposed to be slightly buried in the sand?
Maybe. Maybe we could be kind of, maybe we're supposed to imagine the sand there. I don't know. But cool. Very good build. Very well done, Mikey. Mikey, enter more 3VCs and PACs, please. Mikey, baby, please. Mikey. Plot number 5, Crow Roll. Beautiful butterflies, Coral. Night Moody. These blue butterflies are landing on leaves and blades of grass. Okay.
Oh, I did not see blue butterflies at all. I was seeing the shadow beast boss from Ocarina of Time.
She made butterflies landing on leaves and blades of grass, and you were like, was Shadow Beast. Clearly. Shadow Beast. What I did think though, at first, when I came over from Mikey's and I saw this, I did get flying creature, but until I read the signs, I read the wood blocks underneath the blue butterfly as part of a really fat moth. And I was like, because like I could see like this little bit of wood up here, and it looks like some moths have really fat fuzzy antennas. Yeah. And so I was like, oh man, she made the fattest, stubbiest moth in the world. Awesome. It's got these tiny, it's like a really obese moth with these stubby little wings. There's no way to have that fat moth can fly. But then it's actually a leaf or a blade of grass. And then upon closer inspection, you can see that she's using the cobble wall to be the bodies of these tiny little butterfly creatures. They're adorable. They're so cute.
I find it very hard to make any organic builds that's not symmetrical. So trying to add so much motion and so many things in such a small plot is something that's just... I really like it because she tried so hard to make it look this good.
Yeah, there's clearly a lot of work going into this, for sure. Balancing out the composition the way she did. Every angle that you look at it from, it's something interesting and cool to see. So I'm really digging it. Versus a symmetrical build where it looks the same from all sides. This one has a lot of action to it, and which I think adds a lot to it. Slicks, you know the butterfly mural tattoo you have across the middle of your upper back?
The second one?
Yeah, the second one. How many butterflies are in it?
There's at least 25 butterflies hidden within that one.
That is a true commitment to loving butterflies.
Yeah, that was a really small needle and a magnifying glass or two.
Yeah. Yeah, is it true, and this is what I've heard, is it true that the only way to really actually appreciate all the detail is to view it with freshly applied baby oil on your back? Is that true?
Yeah, and you kind of have to, like, push your face against it where your nose is all squished just to see all 25.
I wish that upon all of my friends and loved ones and most respected colleagues and peers. But I also just mostly wish for the courage to get a just massive panel of butterflies across my back. I wish I had that kind of courage. Anyway, pics later. We'll post a link to them. It'll be awesome. Well done, Crow Rock. Very nice. Very lovely. Little butterflies. Plot number 6. Cernon. High up in the clouds. I got into a thing and I had fun with it, so I just, shut up. High up in the clouds, a war is being waged on the world below. Things look more grim for Earth with every bomb dropped. The scientists have moved below in preparation for the worst. Well, this is a downer.
This is extremely different from everything I've ever seen Serenade build.
Yes.
It's just so... all his builds are really organized, but this one has its own color palette and block palette organization here.
Yep.
Oh, you can even see the little pilot.
Little pirate. Tiny pirate steering a bomber. And then you can see he's dropping a massive bomb. Here's the tail fin of the bomb to stabilize it as it's dropping.
Oh, poor scientists.
Poor scientists. This is a big bomb. Look at the scale of the bomb relative to the plane. How did this thing even fly? It's like a bumblebee. It's ridiculous.
Why did he only make it from the... Well, it is flying. Never mind.
Yeah. I have two thoughts about this Serenade. First, it's awesome. That's three thoughts. First, it's awesome. Clearly, it's a plane. Clearly, it's a bomb being dropped. Clearly, there are clouds about to show that we're flying. I totally get the sense that we're up in the air. So very successful in that regard, for sure. I feel like So when I look at it from this angle, the wings are tilted to show that it's maybe banking to the left, but only the main wings. The tail isn't banked also, which I think would have been really cool. And that's a difficult thing to pull off because, you know, we're moving things from this, you know, perpendicular to everything or parallel to everything because we're working on a grid with cubes to this kind of thing that's happening at this, you know, random angle here. That would have been really cool. But what I think I miss most from this build that we always see in your builds, Serenade, is a sense of scale and the environment. And I think a way to do this, remember, Slicks, you remember that cityscape that he built that one time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a big rose in the middle of it.
Exactly. On top of like a skyscraper. Like,
yeah.
This makes me wish that, like, instead of this plane, which obviously clearly is a plane and looks like a plane, propeller, the works, if it was just like the minimum number of blocks needed to convey a tiny bomber up in the sky, and then just like the bombs, you can see like a string of them like dropping down from underneath it, and then use some of this stuff, like some of the cobble wall and some of the wood planks to make like the actual devastation down on the ground. You know what I'm saying? Like basically zoom out on this image really, really far and see just the bomber, just tiny maybe silhouette of the bomber, and then a bunch of bombs falling, and then your base explode.
Well, he might have been like busy or short on time. I know last night before I got off, his plot and this plot over here were just empty, no work done at all.
Wow, that's not like those two. We're gonna say they were pressed for time, I think, because I mean,
yeah,
I find it hard to believe that like Serenade would be talking about a cityscape and then not actually depict a cityscape. You know what I mean? Because he's good with stuff like that. But again, overall, awesome point, idea conveyed, very well done, Serenade. Thank you. Solid builds, consistently from those dudes over there. Plot number 7, Sniper Spy 10. Do we see any signs?
I don't believe there's signs on this. I think I looked earlier.
Not seeing any signs either.
I saw that while I was waiting for this to start, I was trying to think of something to say about this, and I can't get of anything that this reminds me of. Any sci-fi type thing?
Yeah, what I'm thinking about it is like, at first I thought maybe this was like a kind of an hourglass type thing, because it's got that general hourglass shape type thing happening, but also they look like little pagoda gazebo type things, little pagodas. And then there's like this one, and then like there's that one up there. But honestly, do you know what I really think? Sniper Spy usually puts signs up. I think because if we look up top, and the bottom has this has a prismarine brick, and the top doesn't. So I'm gonna call this one incomplete. Because he also missed some prismarine brick blocks up top. Sniper Spy, come on, man. Come on, man. What the dilly? What's going on, man? Plot number 8. Oosh, boy. Oosh.
I'm getting Futurama feeling.
Yeah, I get Futurama skyscraper feeling. Just the prismarine brick block is the same color as the ship, right?
No, I think.
Similar,
yes, it is actually.
Color.
Yeah.
It's pretty close. There's a game called, I'll think of it. Anyway, there's a castle at the end, towards the end, and it's called Panos, and it transforms into a giant fighting robot. The entire castle into this is in one of the coolest transformations. Dark Cloud 2 is the name of the game, and it is one of my favorite games of all time. It's really awesome. Anyway, this is kind of how it starts, as in the shape of that castle is very similar to this, and it makes me think of it. But I feel like I'm the only person I know that ever played that game. Actually, Dr. Wifey has like 240 hours in that game, I think. It was on the PlayStation 2. Anyway, what are you thinking about this? Like, this looks like some kind of fantastical chamber to hold a treasure or some kind of something.
Oh man, Dark Cloud 2 looks like a mix of Kingdom of Hearts and Ape Escape.
Ape Escape?
Yeah.
Never played Ape Escape.
Well, I want to say this right before I describe it. It was my favorite game for years and still one of my favorite ones. All you do is that there's like a scientist that made a helmet to try to communicate with monkeys better, to let them talk, think, ration. And there's a white albino monkey that's incredibly smart, which releases all the other ones. And since the other ones have helmets, they're smart, and you have to catch them all, but they fight back, and you have to roam around cityscapes.
Dark Cloud 2 is kind of like Chrono Trigger, time-traveling Zelda with there's like a city planning element to it. Not like a Sim City where like you collect taxes from people and stuff, but like there's in each stage of the game there's like puzzles, and you have to like rebuild and restore cities or villages or things over these like different time points in time to kind of rebuild what the future is supposed to be. But like everybody, you know, like this guy needs a thing that borders 2 of these, but 2 of these can't be near 1 of these, and 1 of these has to be surrounded by 5 of these or whatever. So
Oh, I like that type of puzzle.
yeah, they're kind of cool. It's kind of cool. This is like the double-edged sword of abstract symmetrical builds. Like you can make a cool thing, and then people's minds can wander, and it can inspire them to think of things or to remember things, right? But like, again, we have other builds that are cool, and then they look awesome from every side, and this is because it's completely symmetrical. It's like a really awesome design, and it looks like a cool monument or a fountain or like a memorial type thing. You know, and it's just like, I wish there was like maybe 1 of these were missing or broken or something, or maybe this is ancient and it's like aged and crumbling. What do you think, Slick?
I was reading Twitch chat. I would have liked to see some lights in the middle of the buildings. I mean, you have what, 5 torches, I think?
Yep, up to 5.
Maybe knock out this wooden block in the very top center, put a torch in there.
Mm-hmm.
I think that would look like an unearthly glow.
Yeah.
Sorry, wrong password. Apparently I can't log into Twitch.
Nice. Oh yeah, everybody had to reset their Twitch passwords because of hacks. I think with the way the blocks, you could have had some cool like lighting glitch effects going on in here because of the way the walls interact with each other and stuff like that. There could have been a couple opportunities. I mean, there's 5 pylons here. You know, you can have one cool kind of creepy glow in there. I don't know. I don't know. I think, Oosh boy, I think clearly the build talent and skill is here because there's lots of detail. It's very cool looking. It's cool to look at. Just kind of think a little bit bigger. A little bit bigger. And again, the symmetrical builds typically, because you build like one face of it and then just copy that over the other faces. Typically, symmetrical builds score fewer points just because there's less to them. So skills here. Do more, enter more, please. Please. What on earth is this plot number 9? Squeaky. Let's see. This is Mr. Fish. He likes to swim all day and night. Mr. Fish likes to swim in the pollution in the ocean. The seaweed is dying and his reef is gone now, so he lives under rocks like Patrick.
So this is what she was talking about last night.
Mr. Fish.
It looks like he was trying to pass the coral and he saw someone like saw that.
The eyes bugging out. It's got a little bit of like a Siamese fighting fish type thing with that tail, but it's also with these bug eyes and like snake-like kind of. It's got a really long, thin body. It's reminding me of like deep sea fish, you know, like crazy looking fang tooth things. But it's a sad story. He has to live under rocks now.
Well, don't swim next to my empty Coke can. That's the type of pollution, right? Yeah, okay, so it's just general pollution.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, you know what? The fin is giving me I think it's a koi fish feeling.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I get that for sure.
Oh, he's an ADHD fish.
He's a ADHD fish? Why do I immediately jump to that weird accent? Thank you for making me talk in weird accents, you jerks.
No,
I
immediately jumped to a bad Indian accent.
What?
For any, I could make an accent for Mexican, Asian, white. It just
Well, you better
immediately
get
Indian.
started right now. Don't hold out on us, man. Come on.
I think I'll do it for the next one.
Okay.
For the next build.
Yeah, you're a freaking scaredy cat. Okay, real talk. The composition of even just these points of the dying seaweed is very interesting to me. There's one in the middle on that side, and then on the corners over here, but not square in the corners, just generally over in the corner-ish area. A very good choice to not just jam them right on top of the lights in the corners. A little bit under here that kind of sets the tone for what the ground is like, and it really creates this sense of environment very successfully. The detail in the fish is pretty awesome. The fins are great, but really the expression in the curvature of the fish, it's just screaming at me. This thing is swimming in water, and that is a difficult thing to pull off successfully with these blocks, with Minecraft in general, and it has been done masterfully here. This looks really great, really awesome. Digging that. That is so hard to do. It looks very graceful and like it's calmly swimming through the water, and that awesome.
I'll completely catch this fish and eat it.
You would say any thoughts about? I was about to say any thoughts about how you would prepare this fish, and you were like, I would totally catch this and eat it.
Old Bay.
Old Bay. Old Bay. Do you mean your ex-girlfriend or the seasoning? You see what I did like there? Do you see what I did there? What's up, Lala? Joining us. What's up again to all the dudes checking us out on live stream? Hey, please give weird accents for both Sleeks and I to do, complete with phrases. So we're going to need you guys, for Sleeks, we're going to need you guys to name the type of accent and then the phrase to say in that accent. Go. We'll get to those as we see them. All right. Sorry, Slicks. I'm going to throw you under the bus on this one. But it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. Anything to add? Anything to add to the Squeaky Ones build here?
I really like the thick coral. So just like the only wavy coral, like this one in the very back.
Awesome. Agree. All right, moving on. Last build. Plot 10. Kissy. For ages, this lock had been keeping things at a safe distance. The majestic key was hidden in layers of thorns until it was found. Now that the lock has been unlocked, it can be shared.
Oh, I don't know what a French accent sounds like.
Okay.
I gotta look it up. Hold on. I can do like a really racist Asian accent.
Wow, that sounds terrible.
Yeah, it's
oui, baguette. That was French.
Oh, okay.
From Jared
What's
Lala.
Armenian?
I don't know. Siebes, you're gonna have to give us an example of Armenian. Who's Armenian that we might know? And Oh, apologies to people from all of the races and countries which we are offending with our terrible characterizations of your mongrel languages. Joking, I'm joking. I'm just joking. Well, I'm just reading this as just a complete allegory for someone's heart, and they've been, you know, hurt in the past. The lock itself is somewhat heart-shaped to me. And, you know, someone's been hurt in the past, and they protect themselves. They build up walls. I think that's maybe what the thorns she's talking about are here. And then, you know, some person, right, or something, because I see a little bit of a cross here. Maybe it's Jesus. Something comes into this person's life, and they have the answer or the cure for what ails you. You know what I'm saying? Key goes in the lock and unlocks it. This is very sweet. Very sweet story. Russian. Okay, a Russian. My pet bunny is not in cage. Where did he go? I shall question my cousin Vikram. That's pretty good.
Wow.
I should have said Boris. It makes me think of, you see the Iron Man, second Iron Man?
Yes.
He's like,
oh, the guy at the whip?
Yeah, he's like, I want my bird. What? I want my bird. My bird. Anyway, that's one of my favorites. My second favorite scene. That's actually not my favorite scene. My favorite scene is when Justin Hammer is like, I don't know if you know this or not, but I don't speak Russian. I do that at least twice a day to just different people I pass. Just run up to them and yell. Anyway, I mean, what's your interpretation of this, Slick? What are you thinking about this?
That's pretty much exactly how you said it.
That's what you're thinking too, huh? That's cool.
Yeah, I know. Kissy is a pretty religious person. Maybe that's why the key looks like a cross, or just maybe she didn't mean it to look like that. Or it could just be
a design. You know, it could be.
Yeah. I'm not seeing the heart shape in the lock.
Okay. I mean, there's like this part right in the middle with like these like 3 prismarines, right?
Mm-hmm.
But like the shape without those, not including the bar across the top. Yeah. I think, you know what I think it looks like? I think she made a heart and then was like, oh my god, that looks too much like a heart. That's obvious. And then she threw this in there. That's what I'm seeing anyway.
Because
what do I know?
You would completely pick up on that right away.
You know, I've done these before. I don't know. This isn't my first build challenge. This is what build challenge. This is this will be, I believe, episode 55. So we've done. We got a couple of these under our belt. So still waiting on more. Still waiting on more phrases and accompanying accents, please. Kissy, thank you for having the courage to put this out there. Whether it refers to you or not, this is heavy material that we don't always see, so very cool. Glad that you showed us this. The detail is very high, the block ratio is good. The only thing I think that could have kicked the difficulty up was to have the lock at an angle. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. Any other thoughts, Slick?
I have absolutely no idea what to say about this, aside from, like, the only reason why she built is that way we can get 2 honorable mentions going.
Okay.
And she had such a hard time thinking of something to build, but when she finally thought of this, she was all giggle mode and concentration.
That's my impersonation of Kissy. I don't know. Anyway.
I have to do an English accent real quick.
Yeah, you gotta go ahead. Do the English, and I already did Russian, so do the sushi Russian one. Go ahead.
I got a feeling I have to do this in a woman's voice for some reason.
I don't think you have to, but I think you should.
Oh heavens! It appears I have soiled my petticoat.
Oh, the enunciation on the T's. Sushi, sushi in Russian. Go.
Sushi. Oh, no, that's Asian.
Oh my
god. What was your Russian voice sound like again?
The Russian voice. I always have to make voice sound deeper when I pretend to be Russian. Also, trill R's. It's difficult,
Oh,
but
man.
it's easy if you do enough.
Sushi.
There's no R's in sushi. You know what?
I know. I'm
We're
trying
moving
to
on.
make something wrong.
Slicks can't do Russian. I already did Russian. We're going to be back in just a minute with part number 2. We're going to hand out the awards, hand out some sweet prizes, and some sweet loot. If you have not already done so, do /PCV vote and cast your vote by putting in the plot number. It's easy. /PCV space vote space plot number. You can do it. If you can't do it, it must be because you're not on our server or because you've already done it already. And if you're not on our server, what's wrong with you? Play.ih-mc.com is where you need to be because we're having fun. Thank you if you are checking us out on the live stream. Thanks for hanging out with us. I hope you guys are having a good time making us embarrass ourselves by freaking speaking in terrible accents. Again, apologies to all the cultures that we have offended by our gross, dumb, ignorant, uninformed American stereotypes. Anyway, that is it for part number 1. Like I said, we're going to be back in just a minute with part number 2. Stick around.